With Citizenship and Immigration Canada making it increasingly difficult to speak to an officer, there are few places to turn for information that can be relied upon.
The Canadian Immigration Podcast was created to fill this void by offering the latest information on Canadian law, policy, and practice.
Please welcome ex-immigration officer and Canadian immigration lawyer, Mark Holthe.
As he answers a wide variety of immigration questions and shares practical tips and guidance to help you along your way.
Welcome to the Canadian Immigration Answers podcast. My name is Mark Holthe. I'm an immigration lawyer practicing in the beautiful province of Alberta, Canada. Today's question comes from Yuvraj, and he asks the following. Hi, my employment letter states my hierarchal designation as general manager, but does not detail my duties or role. I do not wish to inform my employer about my intention to immigrate, and asking any such letter now may create difficulty for me. How do I meet CIC's requirement of proof of my duties as per my stated occupation? Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance. Well, Yuvraj, I have to admit that over the last little while, immigration has become extremely difficult to deal with. They have shown very little mercy to anyone who does not submit a complete application. Because of that, the answer that I have to give you is probably not one that you would like to receive. If you're submitting an express entry application or any permanent resident application today, you pretty much need to submit exactly what the government is asking for. If you choose to not do so, you run a significant risk in getting your application returned. They seem to now be following a one-touch only policy, where if there are any missing documents, rather than the good old days when they would provide you with a letter stating the deficiencies and then give you an opportunity to upload the missing information, they now simply refuse it. So because of that, I have to tell you that you really have to probably disclose to your employer and get their cooperation in submitting your application. Without that letter, there is really very little that you can do to prove to Citizenship and Immigration Canada that you actually have the experience and are working in the role of general manager as stated in your application. So I wish that I could tell you that you could submit some form of alternative to that letter or provide the existing letter with an explanation. However, the days are gone when CIC will accept those kinds of things, especially if you're currently encumbered within that position. So I hope that answers your question, and good luck working that out with your employer.
Thank you for listening to the Canadian Immigration Podcast, your trusted source for information on Canadian law, policy, and practice.
If you would like to contribute a question for future podcasts or wish to set up a legal consultation with Mark, please visit www.ht-llp.com.
Thank you for listening to the Canadian Immigration Podcast, your trusted source for information on Canadian law, policy, and practice.
If you would like to contribute a question for future podcasts or wish to set up a legal consultation with Mark, please visit www.ht-llp.com.